makes it feel really mushy. Never mind the sides, that's just the mains. If we get tomorrow night, a bit of Tarkov, we're going to use the endgame gear XM2, give that a test. We're also going to test potentially Pulsar's new pad, interesting. Or we're using an MPC 450 Stealth that I've just got because my ceramic pad's worn out. Yum yum. Also, where to get switches other than Amazon and Max Gaming because they only have KL8s? eBay, I've got loads on eBay, or go to my shop, shop.beardybob.com, or AliExpress. I've got a lot of different ones. If I haven't got them listed, I'll probably go. It's just because I haven't had time to get around it. Both EU sites, yep. I ship international, so. But AliExpress is your best bet. That's got everything. Or Alibaba's not the best. Well, then EU sites, I don't think there is any, mate, is there? I think you're stuck. Apart from, no, don't know. Maybe PMM will be able to get you some. PMM, yeah, Piranha anyway. Not hard to call himself that, but maybe. Eye switches. What's going on this one? TTC Gold. Great choice of switch. Underrated switch. The 60s and 80s are too mushy for me, but the 30mm. Why this cameraman? Why don't you focus anymore? It's got it in for me. That's what I realised, that I didn't take these out without using my desolder gun. Well. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use that. Must be tied to it. But you can still swap them as you saw. Not all mice can do it, by the way. This one can do. Not bad. Fastest switch swap in the West. Back together you go. It's going to sound perfect. I'll compare it to another super light at the end, so you can tell. Although it's more about the feel, but they do sound a lot more snappier. But not everyone likes the thickness. not the thickness, the firmness of TTC 30mm or KL 4s, because they're a little bit harder to spam. So if you're using like a pistol or something like Call of Duty, Tarkov, they can be a little bit harder to rapid fire, I would say. Or some people I've seen with finger injuries and stuff like that, or finger repetitive injury. Employed yet, Dorito? Is this week you're here? Back end of this week? Oof, lost 66, mate. Ouch. It's going to hit the wallet. If you want to see how to take away some of the mush on these, there is a video on YouTube for it. Just look for mush, removed pre-travel G Pro Superlight, and you'll see it. Ah, okay. Got to make the right decision, mate, I see. Perm. Oof. Traitor. I think it's the right role. That's what it's got to be, because you're invested once you go back to perm for a bit. Like longer term, aren't you? So it's got to be the right role for you. Bob, you still prefer fast pads? Indeed, I do. I've got the Saturn out at the minute from LG Lethal Gaming, because that's the only one I had lying around. My Strama pad's worn out. It's a bit boggy. I've got an MPC 450 Stealth this week, or Pulsar's new one, as long as it arrives tomorrow, but the post in the UK is absolutely screwed, so I won't bank on it. But that's should be pretty quick. But yeah, I still prefer a harder, faster pad. But I do like the Lethal Gaming, LLG, I keep calling it LGG, Lethal Gaming Gears Saturn. That's probably, if I was going for cloth, that's kind of the speed, which is a bit like a Artisan Zero, or if you want something cheaper like a Steel Series Plus. It's kind of the nicer cloths I like. I just find they get dirty quick. They're awkward to clean because of my cats. They love them. I still prefer a harder surface, I think. But anything slower than that, like I don't like the GSR Zowie stuff or anything like that. It's way too slow. But I have only got I think it's 28cm 360, so quite high sense. I only use pretty much half the pad on a 450. I'm like probably using 40% of it, maybe. I don't use it all. I can almost flip it around and then use the other side when it's worn. LGG Saturn pad is considered a fast pad? No, but that's kind of like probably like a medium speed, I would say, a bit more control. GSR SE's alright? Nah, it's too slow for me. I find it dead boggy. I don't know why. It's one of the slowest pads when I tested it. I like glass skates. People say they're not liking the durability, so I always said you know, I did a comparison. I don't think I ever released it, but I've got the video. It's not released it on glass skates and sapphire skates. In terms of, you know, if you've got glass skates, let's say we take Lethal Gaming's or Pulsar's, they're expensive. Let's say they're 20 quid or whatever they are. That's like 3 packs of Tiger Ice, so they're gonna have to last you a year nearly to make them worthwhile. So I don't know, but I liked them. I was testing them. They're really good for initial friction. There isn't any real, especially with the super glides. But whether they maintain that, I don't know, for a long period. They might wear quicker than something like PTFE, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can contribute to that, like pad surface, grit, grease, stuff like that on your pad, and like your arm and stuff. So it can be hard to measure. I tried to measure some of that stuff a long time ago. It was difficult. Don't know, what do you lot prefer? I like a low friction skate, so it doesn't like snag up when I'm trying to move initially, which is one of the reasons why I don't like small feet as well. So one of the problems of having bigger feet is they are slower, so I like them to be faster material. Well, I don't know. Depends what pad you're running as well, right? What pad you're in, the size of the feet, how much weight you apply to the top, all kinds of stuff. I need to do some more videos and stuff like that. I will do when my room's back to normal. Like I used to do proper in-depth stuff. Like massive like data. Which is what I like doing. I think it took something like 7 days to do a video. Like a mouse review video, like properly. All the latency stuff, click relay, stuff like that. But measured. So you could compare it. Put super glides on everything, just use them now. Yep, exactly. Yeah. So the super glides might be okay in a GSR SE because they're probably a little bit quicker and it's quite a silky top, I always think. That now, see? Much better. Compared to maybe a little bit more, maybe actually. It's definitely better. Might be a 2 taper. Don't like 2 tapes, but just feel a bit loose this one. Skates gets down to that very personal thing, and the pad does. It's like this final, like niche of, well, maybe the bit we're doing here is, but those bits are quite niche in terms of getting it just right for you. I don't think there's any perfect mouse, mouse feet, mouse pad combo. I think that's personally what you prefer. So when I do like my videos and I tell people stuff, it's really give you an idea of you trying to help decide which one's for you. I can't say which one's going to be the one you've got to do. Like, you must use this pad because it's bullshit. Because yeah, it's personal. Like Dirty there likes the GSR SE. I particularly don't. Doesn't mean it's a shit pad. It just means I don't like it. Or I know it's very, very control based. And for me, I don't like control. I prefer speed and control it with my hand. But doesn't mean I'm right. Super nerds. Potato. Potato. Still getting flooded out there, mate, or is it alright at the minute? We're supposed to get a big wave of snow according to Karen, if she's right.